Hello YouTube, this is Ben Gessel. I know it's been a little while since I've made any videos. I do apologize. I've been a little bit busier. Thought I'd make at least a video on something I haven't talked about for a little while, but I know it's something that you guys a lot of you guys might subscribe to me or more interested in some of you guys. So just again, it's just kind of a some recent ideas, newer, I guess you could say, ideas on shopping, food, grocery shopping, and yeah, I'm gonna kind of go through this though more. This is kind of like the way I see different parts of different grocery stores and different sections of grocery store. So this is gonna get a little bit more into my own psyche when I'm shopping. So it might take a little while. I do apologize, but I think you guys will find this to be kind of eye-opening or a little bit interesting, maybe in some way. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the PCC Natural Market. That I'm very fond of their store. Occasionally, sometimes I've been a little bit disappointed by certain things, but rarely, very, very rarely. Their stuff is top notch. I think their quality of the food is higher still than their customer service, but it's not a big deal. So I go in to PCC Natural Market, and the one I go to is Bothell. The first thing I see generally is their produce, and it's nice. I mean, you want to start out with produce, really, in a way, because that's the foundation of a healthy diet. So yeah, I can't really say anything. I'm not really thinking anything bad at this point. I mean, if anything, I'm looking for quality, really high quality stuff. But yeah, I realized maybe I could cut down on the Honeycrisp apples a little bit. They can get pricey. Just you can have a few of them, not a whole bunch of them. Go with some cheaper ones just to save a little bit on money. But yeah, I mean, I'm always just like, yeah, just going like gangbusters really fast. Hope I'm not bumping into anyone, especially when they have, Tom Cord grapes and things like that, berries in the summer. I'm looking forward to that. So then I generally move on with PCC. I just avoid, unless I want to eat first, I avoid that whole deli area and all that stuff. And like, I don't get. It's just, and of course, I certainly don't drink wine, so that whole left side of the store I don't even pay attention to. I get all the cheese over there, and anyway, yeah. So I stay to the right side of the store, and then they have a few aisles after that. At this point, I'm like thinking, oh yeah, PCC, they're not going to have any juice. They're going to have like really expensive little. They're not too, but what you get, for what you get, they have that Hubert's lemonade, right? Hubert's lemonade is a little pricey. If you really want one, sure, I mean, it's great. It's organic. And then they have, there's a lot of things in these middle aisles I just don't get. I don't buy. I haven't really had any of their burritos, chimichangas, and their frozen stuff, or any of that prepared stuff. All I'm interested in, really, is basically frozen vegetables in this middle area at PCC. And it's not really that super impressive still. Their fresh produce is still better, much better. And then, I get some almond milk or something like that. It's basically frozen vegetables plus almond milk and maybe some cereal. I skip the cereal because I can get cheaper cereal at Trader Joe's a lot of times. But so then, eventually, the last area I get to, generally speaking, is their meat and their, meat, poultry, fish, that sort of thing. So really, those are the three little stops there at PCC, and I'm just almost. It seems like I wouldn't be getting very much there, but I think I'm realizing I'm only going to go there once a month because it's worth it to get the 10% discount. And yeah, it's a little pricier, but I think it is still high quality. But yeah, it's basically produce, some frozen stuff, some almond milk, and then some meat, poultry, fish. whatever. But that's me in and out, and everything's fine. I haven't really seen anything else there that I really want that I tend to buy more often. They have bulk foods. I just haven't tried them really. But let's go to Trader Joe's. In contrast, now Trader Joe's, I still finding, at least the store I'm at going to, it's still a little bit excuse me kind of thing. You're bumping into everybody, lots of old grandmas and everything. But hey, it's still worth it. Like they have cheaper food. It's more reasonable priced, and it's really high quality. I mean, I got some tangelos there that are just amazing. The sweetest tangelos in it. Some of the sweetest tangelos I've ever had. I was skeptical about them because they were in a bag, but man, I should have got 2 or 3 of those bags. Of course, that's maybe excessive. Maybe not 2, but 3 would be excessive. I should have got 2 of those. And I still love their Morello cherries and their cherry juice. It's just amazing. They have it year round. I noticed that the summer juices that Trader Joe's carries are not year round. So I guess I noticed they had the mango passion fruit and the Dixie peach, but they didn't have blackberry. And there's some other ones they usually have in big cartons that I didn't see. But Trader Joe's is always great for decent quality veggies and fruit. You can always find some things there that are pretty reasonably priced that are actually pretty good quality. I mentioned the oranges. You can always find dates there. Medjool dates, yep. And just all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I'm not even something as simple as Meyer lemons, all the way to Tom Cord grapes in season, right? PCC carries those too, but I think Trader Joe's is going to be a little bit more economical, perhaps. Of course, they always have their nuts and their snack foods and things. And sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. And the chocolate and everything. At Trader Joe's, I try not to spend too much time in their meat, poultry, seafood area. It depends. I'll probably get some Nuremberg sausages. Again, I'm going, excuse me. Like, it's always, they are building a bigger building, so we're going to be hopefully rid of that kind of thing. But I do like that Bavarian stuff they have, and their Bavarian mustard and things you can find there. But they have. I've noticed that my favorite steaks at Trader Joe's are, so far, actually, flank steak's a new one for me. I tried it out. I loved it. Flank steak. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So flank steaks and when they have tri-tip steaks. But actually, tri-tips are actually a bit bigger thing at PCC natural markets, again, up in here in Washington. But yeah, flank steaks at Trader Joe's. New York strips, I'm just like, compare the flank steaks, they just don't. They're okay. I think flank steaks are awesome. And then, they have a sale on grass-fed ground beef. It's fine. With grass-fed meats, sometimes you get some really good cuts. Other times, you just want to be careful that you don't want to dry it out. It's got to be medium rare, Rare if you're okay with that, but medium rare. Medium is too cooked. It's got to be right in that ballpark between rare and medium, I think, for grass-fed meat. But I'm not talking about the ground beef. Ground beef you want to cook a little more thoroughly. And that's why just sometimes grass-fed ground beef is kind of, it's just kind of, it's fine. It has flavor to it, but yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, like they have great chicken. Get the chicken at Trader Joe's. They're skinless, organic, dark turkey, chicken. Well, chicken, yes, but turkey is more of a PCC. Okay, I'm talking about my favorite guys here. I'm going to get to the other stores here in just a bit. Just bear with me for a second. Again, just like, I don't drink wine, I don't eat cheese, so don't worry about that stuff at Trader Joe's. And I'll get other stuff too. And it's just, here and there, it's just a question of, I don't know, like Trader Joe's is a bit more, again, into the snacky things. Inner peace I'm a big fan of. Inner peace. P-E-A-S. So, with regard to QFC, I just haven't been there again for a while. Not for a little while. They are okay. They're not, I don't know. Maybe I'll skip them for now. But I guess when I go there, it's kind of tend to spend a while at QFC and just kind of look at all their sweet stuff, right? So, Trader Joe's is a good middle ground store between someone who has a sweet tooth and someone who's extremely healthy and frugal, and it's just a good store for all those kinds of things. PCC Natural Market's like Whole Foods. It's a local grocery store. It's like Whole Foods, but it's cheaper a little bit depending on if you're a member or not. 10% discount or whatever. But it's hard to find sweets. There's really no sweets at PCC Natural Markets other than they have they don't really have. They have like chocolates and things just like at Whole Foods, but yeah, those are very good for you and all that stuff. So with QFC is a bit more in looking at getting some goodies for some reason, along with their produce is decent. I know going into QFC that I'll still have to keep an eye on some of the quality produce, but vegetables are probably gonna be pretty great overall. I'm always really picky then about quality nectarines and oranges. I mean, I'm gonna get to this in a second, but I've had some amazing oranges at Safeway and Albertsons before, both those stores. So some fruits in particular, sometimes you can get some amazing fruit at cheaper stores. And the vegetables are going to kind of go bad on you, especially if they're organic. There's no point in getting fresh organic vegetables at Albertsons or Safeway. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit, but basically finishing up with QFC, it's just I'll spend a while there. We're going at a slower pace. I know that the food isn't as high of quality, especially compared to PCC Natural Markets, and also sometimes to a certain extent Whole Foods, depending on what it is I'm looking at. But I mean, the Trader Joe's is really competitive with the quality of the food, what their prices are. They really are. But I'm gonna go ahead to Safeway now. With Safeway, when I walk in, again, I like to see produce first. And Trader Joe's is that way too. They have produce first there. At Safeway, it's like if you go off to the right, they have the bakery, right? And of course they have, it's the deli, I'm sorry. It's a deli, but they have a bakery in the corner. It's always a little bit different sort of store, but, I just, sometimes we'll get something from the deli, but rarely from the bakery, because the bakery is not, just, yeah. I don't know. Very rarely, maybe, but go through the produce at Safeway again. It's really hit and miss. So it's just that if you want to spend a while expecting all the produce, which I generally don't, but I look at my oranges, try to smell them, I'm really picky about good oranges because it's just things that get duds. No one wants duds. No one wants duds. So they need to be kind of firm, fairly firm. It's very slight give, but they need to be pretty firm and smell and feel. It needs to feel like there's some stuff in there, right? And they should smell fresh. And sometimes I'm like really, really amazed by how orangey they can smell, but the orangey smell isn't always an indication of how great they are. But it should feel fresh. It shouldn't feel. The skin shouldn't be dry and stuff like that. That's not going to be good. And I am suspicious sometimes of very big oranges, because it might be overripe and stuff. I don't know. Well, yeah, you don't want to peel an orange and it's all just like, tastes like Gatorade, right? But Gatorade tastes better even because you're expecting the taste of Gatorade. So Safeway kind of just try not to spend too much time in the produce. Tend to not get really fresh vegetables there. I'll get more of the other stuff, but their meat. I've learned this about Safeway. Albertsons might be a little bit better, depending on what it is. I think I found Albertsons meats to be pretty good, especially pork and things that are really not so healthy. But it's just that you can get some really low quality meat sometimes at Safeway if it's on sale. It's one of the things I want to remind everyone. With meat, just don't buy it if you see any brown. It should be red, and sometimes they'll try to, the butchers will try to do things to make it look fresher longer, but try to look at when it was packaged and things. And I know we're also looking for things on sale. I'm just saying, when it comes to things like beef, it's kind of a highlight of dinner. You don't want your what you're looking forward to, like you got a ribeye, right? But it's on sale and it's like a little bit brown. You don't want that ribeye, you know. And I don't know. I know grocery stores have to make a profit, but sometimes they just don't sell those big, more expensive things because nobody will buy it because it's too expensive. So when meat gets browner, it's going to be kind of a little bit off tasting, right? It's not unhealthy to eat it, but it's not poisonous. So I also mentioned some other things here in this video to remember what it was exactly. Let's see. Yeah, I guess as far as gimmicks go, right? Gimmicks that different stores do, and other things like that. I'm still not sure how I feel about alkalized water. I think it's a good thing. I just won't get it as much as maybe I have in the past because I'm uncertain how good it is for you, as opposed to just purifying tap water a little bit and in a purifier, and just what you get at home. I don't know. It's the bottle thing adds up, and so I don't know. I mean, I'll still get it here and there, for hikes and things, but maybe not as often as I have in the past. I think it's a little bit gimmicky, but it's not as gimmicky as coconut water. Oh yeah, so yeah. So let's see. Anything else I should mention here in this gimmicky arena? I still find coupons to be annoying, but my landlord is a coupon guy, so he always has the paper out and he's got the coupons ready to go. So I mean, like, he helps me out there. And so yeah, yeah. I mean, if I go to a store like Safeway, Albertsons, or QFC, or something along those lines, that's when I want to clip out some coupons. That would be good to do that. And sometimes they have coupons at the store. But I'm not really huge into having tons of them, but maybe I could be. But when it comes to a store like Trader Joe's, which they have their Fearless Flyer, you don't need coupons in PCC Natural Markets. Those stores don't really do the coupon thing, as far as I know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe PCC a little bit, but it's a different kind of train of thought where you're just like looking for. Yeah, I don't know. It's more the way I think. I tend to not like coupons. It depends on, because it's like, do you really need these things that you're, it's almost like, yeah, it's like, do you need what is on sale? And if you do, awesome. And if you like what it is, awesome. But if you don't need it, it's tempting to buy it because you maybe, you might eat it. You might eat it. I don't know. So, that's why I'm like, anyway. But that's pretty common, I think, for a lot of you guys out there. I mean, to be, anyway. But there's another gimmick. I don't like it when candy is kind of, right there. These, and I'm blaming Safeway here a little bit here, but, for someone that has a sweet tooth, like myself, if I'm not buying it for someone else, right? If it's not Halloween or whatever, so I see a bunch of, candy bars, and believe me, I've had higher quality chocolate. I know what good chocolate is. Candy bars, they're candy bars, right? So maybe it isn't candy bars, but whatever it is, maybe it's licorice, right? Or like authentic black licorice, or whatever it is. It's like your blood sugar's low, right? When you're going shopping, and you see that candy display, or that soda display, right? Soda pop. I say pop. I know people other places in the United States say soda, but whatever it is, you see that big thing of soda, or you see that big thing of candy, or you see, I don't know, like chips or something. Whatever it is, it's junk food, and it's right there. And it's like, it isn't cool when it's one of the most attractive things in the store, and everything else kind of looks kind of plain compared to, these really colorful, displays of junk food. It's just, I just know that that stuff isn't good for you. But it's I don't like it when a store kind of has it as a focal point, junk food. I think I'll put it that way. Even I'm talking about Albertsons, Safeway, and QFC, etc., other stores like that. If a focal point or if a real interest in a store from customers has to do with junk food, I just it's like it makes it that much harder to shop there and be healthy. Right. So I'm sure I wanted to say some other things, but I know I'd like to have sometimes these things just kind of be organic and just kind of go with it. Maybe a few other thoughts about it, similar kind of thing. When farmers markets open up again in the summer, at least the ones that are more seasonal, right? I still think that fresh fruit is probably the best thing by far you can get there. I still wonder though about things like the cost of produce, and we all need it. We all need this, and other things that are really healthy like fish that are really expensive. That sometimes we do need it. What it has in it, and we have nuts and things that can get expensive as well. I would like to see farmers markets expand in the future to include a wider variety of food. Still keep the berries, absolutely, but like here in Seattle, we have Pike Place Market. We need like a market like Pike Place, in a lot of other areas in Washington, and we need it not to be seen as something trendy or something, hipsterish or whatever, or vegan. We just need to see. It needs to be something that everybody has access to and it's affordable for everyone. We need to make the prices, if possible, come down a little bit, but still pay the farmers what they need. I mean, I feel very strongly about these things. We need to have more for everyone, and especially people that aren't making a whole lot of money. And it needs to be something that's not a luxury. It should not be a luxury to eat strawberries in the summer that are really good. It should be a luxury to have raspberries or blueberries or blackberries. And it shouldn't be a luxury to have salmon. And wild caught salmon. Why should that be a luxury? Caviar is a luxury. That's fine. Truffles, that's fine. But not salmon, not berries, not grass-fed beef and bison, and duck can be a luxury. I'll grant you that. Maybe duck eggs a little bit, but there's a lot of things that just no. I mean, not things that we need as part of a healthy diet, and that's especially the case with produce. And you can get nuts and then fish a little bit as well, and other kinds of foods like we can probably most of us can afford things like beans and vegetables and basic vegetables and apples and oranges and bananas and things, grapefruit, melons, grains. I think you mentioned beans and seeds and stuff, but to get for a lot of us to eat cashews, that's a luxury. Pistachios. It shouldn't be that way. Anyway, leave me your thoughts and comments below. I'll catch you guys later.